Hey everybody, it's Liam Landry here with the Small Wrestling Lines, giving you my review of the second half of the first round of the WWE UK tournament. For the first half of the first round review, you should go check out Issa J's video on that. But anyways, we have 4 matches to talk about, so let's get into it. The first match was Coffee versus Tucker. I thought this was a pretty good matchup. I should say all these matchups are pretty short. The longest one is 12 minutes 30 seconds. But the other 3 don't even get to really 10 minutes even. But they do some good work with the short time that they have. So, get into what they did. It was paced very well. They had some nice hard-hitting stuff in there. They played the storyline of, Coffee being the bigger, stronger man. And, Tucker having to try to use other stuff, his intelligence and speed to try to get the better of him. Doesn't end up working. Coffee ends up winning and going into the quarterfinals. So I think it was very nice. I thought it was worth it, and you should go check it out. Now we get into the second match, which was Mastiff versus Williams. I thought this was really, really good. I thought it was the second best out of the 4. I'll get to what I thought was the best in a little while, but it was very, really good. There was 2 botches in there, but beyond that, I thought it was pretty solid. They played up the fact that Mastiff is a much bigger guy. He's 320 pounds, and Williams is, a cruiserweight, so he's under 205 pounds. But instead of just doing a David versus Goliath thing where, Williams gets beat down the whole time and then comes back later or doesn't come back at all, they kind of went back and forth. Mastiff gets his parts to dominate, but then Williams uses his speed and agility to, get the advantage and, try to get some offense on Mastiff with. And they do that very well. It's paced really well, going back and forth, so that neither guy, so it doesn't drag and that neither guy looks bad in the ring. It ends with Mastiff winning, joining Coffee in the quarterfinals, and I think that both guys still looked really good coming from here. I thought, this one and one other one, it actually had both guys looking good, but yeah, they did look good. Like I said, it had botches in there, but it was still overall really nice, worth it, and you should go check it out. Now, the next one is what I thought was the best match, and that was El Ligero versus Travis Banks. I thought these guys worked really well. I've known they worked together in the past, and definitely shows had good chemistry together, and their styles meshed really well. Ligero with this lucha style, and Banks with a more striker MMA type style. But they do really well. Ligero using his quickness to get out of harm's way. Banks using his nice strikes. Really good matchup. Like I said, best of that 4. And Banks ends up winning, which I think is a shame because I was kind of hoping for Ligero to go further in the tournament, but he ends up losing in the first round there. Though Banks still is a good competitor. I don't know if he's going to win it all, but he's probably going to go pretty far. So I thought it was good, thought it was worth it, and yeah, you should go check it out. Now we get to the last one, which was Smith versus Connors. And this one, I didn't really like it that much. Mostly for the fact that, unlike the other ones, it wasn't really paced well and dragged really a bit. Like, in, Coffee, Tucker, and in Mastiff Williams, they did have the points of, the smaller guy getting beat up and stuff. And they did that a lot here, but it was, unlike the other ones, it wasn't paced well and just lasted so long, it just wasn't really that good, it really dragged and brought down the whole match for me. I'm not a big fan of those styles of matches, unless they're done really well, done and paced really well, but that wasn't it. This was also the longest match. The one that I said was about 12 and a half minutes. So that didn't really help much either. But yeah, I didn't think it was that great. Didn't think it was worth it to me, at least. But yeah, so if I'm gonna rank them all, I would go Ligero Banks first, Massive Williams second, Coffee Tucker third. And granted, I could see why other people would say maybe Coffee Tucker second, but I like the Massive Williams one. And then the Smith Connors last. That's just my personal opinion there. But anyways, like I said, you can go check out Issa's video on the first half of the first round. See what his opinions on those. We're also gonna do more was it worth it videos for the rest of the WWE UK tournament. So be on the lookout for those. If you like the video, leave a like. You can subscribe to the channel to see more videos like it. You can hit the bell to be notified when we go live, because we go live for almost all the pay-per-views, and we go live for our podcast every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, and follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA, and yeah, until next time, see ya.